Hello, welcome to Accounting Hub. I'm Professor George Scarpin, PhD in Accounting, and our topic today is confidence interval for the mean with unknown population standard deviation using Tableau. If you want a video about how to do it when we have known population standard deviation, so when we know the population standard deviation, we also have a video about that, and the video is in our video description. We will go back to that video later. So what is a confidence interval? Is a range of value between which the value of the population parameter is believed to be, along with the probability that the interval correctly estimates the true or unknown population parameter. So here we have a level of confidence that goes from uh, 0 to 1. So 0% of confidence and 100% of confidence. Denoted by 1 minus alpha. Alpha is my error, if we can say that. And the level of confidence is usually expressed as a percent. Common values are 90, 95, or 99. So for a 90% confidence interval, if we choose 100 different samples with 100 different interval estimates, we expect that 95% of them will be correct. Okay? But what is the difference when we know and we don't know the population standard deviation? When we know, we use the normal distribution, that is this one. When we don't, we use the t distribution. And it's a family of probability distribution with a shape similar to the standard normal distribution, however, distinguished by an additional parameter, degrees of freedom. And here, it goes right close to the sample. The larger the sample, the larger the degree of freedom. Usually, degrees of freedom is sample minus 1. So as the number of degrees of freedom increases, the t distributions converge to the normal distribution. And here, the narrow the shape of the distribution is, the lower the error. So let's go to our Excel file first. Okay, here. So let me close the one that we will not be using. So here, let's consider this scenario. Skype Sky Rental owns 150,000 vehicles for rent. That is actually the size of one company based in the US. Based on a set of 50 cars, the average of useful life of vehicles is 140,000 miles, and the standard deviation is 20.5. What if there are different sample sizes? So let's consider the same sample average, the same standard distribution, and here for the 90% confidence interval, what is the error? See that it goes down. By the way, if you want to know how do we find these numbers, there is a video about that, on how to do that on Excel, and it is also on the video description. So how do we figure these numbers on Tableau? So we want to create these confidence intervals, we want to chart it, and we want to check the errors. So here on Tableau, so error in percentage, I think we are not be using that, but it is a useful number if you want to chart it. Lower, average, and upper. So our confidence interval is a number between the lower and the upper. And how do we find it? Lower, oops. It is the average minus error, upper, average plus error. So here we have our Tableau for these three confidence intervals, and then for the sample size. So how do we do that? So let's close it first, save it. Oosh, we need to open the Tableau. So Tableau over here. And then let's go. So here for the first one, we need to link it to a database. So we are linking it to the Excel. It can be on other database. By the way, we have a video about that in our Tableau playlist. So go there if you want. So the Tableau file, and this is what we have. So description, sample, confidence intervals. So okay, let's work on this. So let's work here on the sample size and then the 3 confidence intervals. Okay, we have some issues here. We have all of our description, that is error, average, lower, and we don't want all of them. So filter. All we want is the lower and upper level. So apply. However, we are not good on these numbers here. And let's go to the sample size here. Let's apply and let's show it. Because, okay, maybe I don't want all of the vehicles, but all vehicles is combined. So let's go on show me and go on these charts. That is the Buck and Whisker plots or stock plots. And then let's see what we have. We have here the sheet, but again, it is not go on the different vehicles. So let's go on description, on detail, and let's take off the sample size. Now, what do we have here? So, and then let's go on columns, the sample size again. Oh, and now here the sample size, 10 vehicles, 30, 50, 100. And we have the lower and the highest number. And then let's standard fit with it here. So see how it's interesting. The higher the number of vehicles, the narrow is our confidence interval because we don't need that much of the interval. So we work with a narrow, and the narrow the better because the more accurate will be our useful life. However, okay, this is good, but there is a huge empty space here. And that is not that good. So how do we take this off? By standard, all of Tableau charts starts on 0. So we can come here, double click, uncheck, include 0. Oh, now they are much better. See with 10 vehicles how our interval is so large comparing to 200 vehicles. And let's go here as well. And let's come here as well. So here is our confidence interval. However, we can go on a second chart that is for our error. So let's move myself to here again. And okay, let's check our errors and how do we do that? So let's name here for intervals and let's name it for errors. So first of all, we can use the same sample size as a filter for the next one. So apply to worksheet, all using related data source. Okay, we don't have them here yet. So here, what do we have? We have our sample size. On description, we have only the error. We don't want the error on percentage. So here, And then see that they link here. So because we add the sample size, so Tableau knows that we want it, so it goes here, and then the 3 confidence intervals. So here, the 10 vehicles much larger for each of confidence intervals, or we can go on these as well. And then for 10 vehicles, 30 for each of confidence intervals, or we can do the opposite, aggregation by confidence intervals, and see how the errors go down when we apply it. So see how, and then if we want to go online instead bar, see how the line goes down. But I don't like it that much. Or on area, that is a very good way to see it. So you change here on marks. So here we go on grant bar. I don't like this one. Density. So that is completely up to you. Circles. I like this bar chart here. And then we can go on different colors by the sample size. And here, 10 vehicles, 30, 50, 100. So we can have these colors if we want. And then fit widget, we are good to go. Or we can also go on a dashboard. So here, let's work with analysis. For instance, we want to add a title for it, and our dashboard will be the intervals, they are here, and the errors here. Man, that is cool, huh? I like it. And okay, I don't want all of my vehicles. I want only the 30 or the 50 and the 100. So here we have only 2, and it changes both at the same time. And if you go to our other video on Tableau with known standard deviation, we chart this info, but not based on different sample sizes, but different class of cars, economic, mid-size, SUVs, and so on. We can also do that. I like this one with number of samples only to tell you how interesting it is on narrowing uh, the confidence intervals here when we have lower and or small and large sample sizes. Okay, guys, so that's it. And if we want to add some numbers here, just come on all. We can add uh, the labels here with the numbers as well. So we can do that. And then for the 95 also, here I want adding to all. So for the 90, let's label the 90. For the 95, let's label the 95. For the 99, let's label the 99. And then for our dashboard analysis, the numbers come here. So if you want to use it, that is good. You can do it or not. That is completely up to you. And then on this label, we can format it. And then here on font, we can change the color of this font. So now it will be kind of red, and we can bold it. So a bold, for instance, the 99, a bold blue, we can do it, or more colors. So let's go on this kind of red here. And then for the analysis, it goes on this red. So you can also change the colors if you want. So let's not change the colors. Oh, a lot of colors that we worked with. Yeah, so we have our numbers as well. Interesting, huh? So guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Questions or comments, leave it here or email me at jscarping@gmail.com. Have a very nice day and God bless you.